What's up, people? What's up, y'all? We are back here with another episode of Alpha Nation Wednesday. Having fun. I got two compadres here. I love them both. One is like a brother. Another one is like a brother to me. I won't. I call these cats and say, listen, man, I need y'all on the show tonight. They both, blocked out their schedule. And I said, we're going to talk we'll have some fun. I don't curse on this show, so I don't want y'all to be like, what is talksome? You know what I mean? So I'm going to put the glasses down. I do take my glasses on and off.
No cussing.
Yeah, I don't cuss on here. I might.
We won't cuss.
I'll slip up. I think I said one S word last week, but, it was, anyway. So, yeah, so we don't curse. I don't say the N word, right? I try to PC myself to get better.
I won't say it either.
Yeah, that's good.
And we're off.
Forget him, man. So, without further ado, man, first off, like I said, welcome again. Y'all could be doing anything, but y'all checking in. Ray Grady's Alpha Nation. Thank you for subscribing. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And then also, I just want to get off into it. I know the debate is out. We're going to get into that. We're going to get into some personal issues, some topics that I both, know these cats very well. One of the cats is like a little brother in stand-up, as well as like his family. Mr. Nick Carthan, right here from New York. And
up, brother?
Yes, sir, man. Thank you. And thank you for coming to the platform, little bro.
Of course, man. Anytime.
And then my cat here, man. This cat here, Charles Leisenring from New York, upstate. He was the DP. I know some of y'all is like, yo, who that white boy, right? I get it. I can feel it. I ain't even look at the chat, but I see it. I'm looking at it now. This is my man here. He was the DP of, y'all seen a movie that I did. I starred in. Then there was Joe, Mr. Charles Leisenring. What's up, brother?
Ray, how you doing tonight? Thanks for having me.
No, thanks for coming out.
You got one of them last names, right?
Talk to him.
If I tell someone like, hey, Leisenring.
Uh-huh.
Everyone's standing still. They're like, Leisenring. You got one of those names of power. Leisenring.
That's one of the nicest things I've ever heard.
No, I mean, honestly, you think about it, especially like in court. You in the car. They were like, Leisenring. Hey, let's settle right now.
Right?
Let's settle right now, Leisenring. I'm giving you the compliment, Leisenring.
I'll take that.
There you go, man.
No,
All right, so look, man, we want to get into it, man. So I don't watch the debate. I can't watch trash because I know either one of them is not going to do nobody any good. All right, that's just my opinion. But my man who's running the office right now, what's his name, Trump. I think now he knows how it feels, how black folks do when we call off work when we don't want to go to work. So we call in sick. I think that's what he did when he says, hey, I got the COVID. And then call my nurse, tell him I won't be coming in school today or work because I don't feel good. By you being an Anglo-Saxon on the show,
yes.
How you feel about your compadre? How you feel? Do you think he got it, or you think he always had it?
Oh, always had it. Yeah, the best ever.
No, you can speak up.
No, actually.
Speak up, bro.
I mean,
good?
I don't know what to think about this dude. Never liked him. I never liked him as a reality show person. I never liked him as a New Yorker. You ever like him as a New Yorker?
You gotta connect him to me.
Okay, fair enough. But I mean, we've both lived in New York. You're from New York,
yeah.
The city. I'm from upstate. I just never really trusted this dude.
I got to know him more. 'Cause I watched wrestling.
Okay.
So I remember he fought Vince McMahon.
Yeah, with the head shaving match.
The head shaving match, and then Stone Cold stunned him, and that's where he became popular to me. So with me saying that, years later, who'd have knew he'd have been head of the country?
Where he's at now. It's weird. He is a reality TV show.
You gotta
president.
speak up because they gonna hear you. Can y'all hear him?
You hear me?
Good.
Okay.
Okay.
In a way, I feel like he's not what any of us wanted.
No, you move.
But he's like.
Let's do it this way.
He feels like the president that we deserve in an anti-intellectual time.
Wow.
He is a reality TV show host.
Okay.
And we are reality TV obsessed.
Wow. Nick,
not
what you think about that? Are you reality TV obsessed, little brother? What's up to everybody in the chat room? Grady gang, salute.
This world right now is run by reality TV. is run by social media. Because no one really gets the news off the news no more. People get it off Shade Room, Baller Alert.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? And shit like that. So
or your friend group on Instagram, Instagram, whatever.
When you look at it now, it's no wonder why we shocked. This is what they want. You know, if Stevie,
keep talking. Come on.
This is the time where anybody is like, I want to run. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The WWE champion could say he want to run now. You know what I'm saying? Anybody.
It's true.
Years ago, not just anybody was like, I want to run for president. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you this then. So since y'all do know that President Reagan was an actor, correct? We had Jesse the Body Ventura, right? DC.
Yeah.
We all grew up watching WWF, right? Yeah. He was the governor of Minnesota. We also had it's somebody else I'm missing. We're gonna say Trump.
Al Franken.
And Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
But you know what it is? We didn't give a fuck. But we talk about the country. We talk, you know what I'm saying? Like
Nick, you cussing.
Well, I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm sorry. I apologize. No, when you look at you look at awards. You got bronze, silver, and gold. You look at belts, right?
Yeah.
You got the lightweight, you got the intercontinental, you got the heavyweight championship belt.
Nick's
so
crazy.
When you look at these guys, when you look at the president, that's the heavyweight belt. Ain't nobody supposed to just be up there. You know what I'm saying? And you know it got bad when D's Nuts almost got 2%. Remember when D's Nuts ran?
Yeah.
I don't even know who D's Nuts was.
That's
but
beautiful.
he was this is what the world is turning into.
So we're a mockery.
We're a mockery. When your president walk out, he got COVID, he get on stage, go in the White House, go like this, and rip the mask off. Oh, you gotta just throw the world in a paper basket right now.
Hey man. So I want to say this. I know y'all, probably is tuning in after watching one podcast, which is the debate. I'm not really a fan, and I hope that this doesn't offend anyone, but I don't really trip because I know as a black man, as a father, neither the red or the blue is going to do anything for me. I have to go do it myself. Don't worry about things that I can't control. Just worry about the things that I can grab a hold onto and then fix it if I can, if I can fix things that pertains to me, right? So, Nick, before we get into the show, I want to say congratulations on the beautiful ring.
You see it, man?
Put your hand down, man. We don't do this on the show. You just ball your fists up. There you go. Yeah, you don't. Women do that. You know what I'm saying?
No, cause I was taking pictures at the wedding.
Yeah.
The photographer.
Okay.
He unmanned me.
Oh my goodness.
He's like, put your hands out. I was like this. He was like, no, like this.
How was that opportunity for you? Getting married by the water and
the wedding. First of all, my big bro was one of the groomsmen. The wedding was dope. My wife was dope. Everything was dope.
Beautiful.
Everybody was happy.
Yeah.
Everybody was happy.
Yeah.
But my baby mama. Everybody was happy but my baby mama. My baby mama. The happier I look,
cut it out, DC.
The heavier the lies. You know what I'm saying? Cause you when you winning. When you win and you happy, like I got a big smile. You see my smile? So that's how big the lies be. You know what I'm saying? The bigger my smile, the bigger the lies. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man.
And that's how I know I'm happy.
Hey man, don't drink no more.
The angry, she's angry.
Don't you drink no more.
The happy. Because that's what happened.
Hey him.
When you winning and you happy, I just want to be happy. And when you happy, the bigger the lie.
So why do you think?
The bigger the lie. The happier I am.
So let me.
I know. I'm happy. I'm happy. Man. Right now. Somewhere there's a lightning bolt hitting somewhere right now. Just I see all his teeth.
Man. So Nick, let's just say this, because why do you think? And I don't want to get into your personal thing, but why do you think when men move on, and there's a situation where the female don't want to let go? Because I want to get it to you. I want to, ask you the same question by you. Do y'all go through the same thing? Well, let's go to you first.
Oh, okay.
Do y'all go through that? And what's you Jewish? What?
No. Well, I guess Italian and German. A little bit of a mixture on the German side.
So let's say this. In your family,
Mm-hmm.
right, regardless what nationality,
Mm-hmm.
do y'all go through that? With the woman is bitter at the man or the man is bitter at the woman when one of them moves on and try to grab,
Oh, man, I can't really speak on anybody else other than myself. It depends on the circumstances, I suppose. But, I mean, I'm old enough now that at this point, if someone moves on from you, you're just happy for them, whatever. You don't want me. It's not really that big of a deal.
See, I love Chucky Moe. Chucky Moe is solid. I like that little boy. But he off. We're going to get into him in a minute. Nick, do you...
Well, let me tell you.
Same question I asked.
I'm smiling.
So...
You asked, I'm going to repeat the question. No, because somebody, they said they couldn't hear me. So I want to say it. I want to repeat the question. I want to repeat. You asked me, you said, how am I feeling? I'm happy, and I'm smiling. Everybody's happy. But my baby mother's not happy.
Man.
The bigger the smile, the more she going to lie. I'm smiling. And I'm gonna tell you what happened. This is what it is. It is go for man and woman. I don't want to say what happens in relationships is when your partner break up with you. When they move on, what they mean is they want to break up with you, but they also don't want to see you happy. So when you're happy,
oh my God,
that angers them. It puts them in a place of and no matter who they're with, like right now, she's in a relationship.
Okay.
Still mad.
Still mad.
Oh, wow.
And I thought, I just want the partner to lead her off my nuts. But he's not doing a good job. He's not doing a good job, But the happier you are,
right?
And I don't talk negative.
You don't talk negative.
I'm happy. But a great man told me. He said, the bigger the lie, that means the happier you are. And I'm happy. And that's it. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm happy. I'm smiling. And look, I'm just gonna do this for 5 seconds. Now, when I do this for 5 seconds, it's gonna cause a heart attack.
Okay.
Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Look, I'm gonna get the ring. Look.
Hey man, if you don't stop that.
Look.
Man, if you don't stop that.
So piece the birdie back.
Look,
Wow.
man, look here, man. I just want to say, salute to all of my Grady. Y'all see me grabbing the cup and the bottle with 2 hands like I'm a child, because I knew bringing him on the show, I'm sweating already. Nick is off. That's why I love that dude. Let me tell you like this, y'all. When you want to see your compadres do well, he's supposed to do that. You know what I mean? So I'm glad you did that, man.
Yeah.
Love you for that, bro. I just told Keith when he was on the show, I said, I didn't start supporting myself and start celebrating myself till 2018. I'm 44 years old, and I ain't never, not like when you're a child, you do the, what you call it, the birthday parties and stuff like that.
They say they can't hear me. The man just saying they can't.
They gave me? Okay,
hear me
so we gonna fix it.
at all. They say they can't hear nothing.
Can y'all, so hold on, let's do it like this. Hold on.
They can't hear nothing. I'm
Wait,
saying.
can y'all hear anything? What? Let me see. Nick ain't with us. Oh, that's my baby. Uh-oh. And we
Yeah.
got to get Nick's
Mike. These words gotta be heard.
Oh, my goodness. All right. So we
Yeah, everybody say Nick ain't with us.
Nick ain't with us. Okay. All right.
Nick can't hear me.
So this what I'm going to do.
But I'm gonna smile.
Man, this what I'm going to do. Look, this what we're going to do. Move back.
Share this
Don't
one.
move, Mo. And then, little brother, you talking today. I got to, sometimes you got to fix it.
No problem.
No, you pull your chair over a little bit if you can't. No, don't you move, Mo. Y'all go together right now. They can't hear him on that mic, but it's all right. We good. I'm going to fix it. Yeah, just remove him and we Gucci. Because they can't hear him on that mic. Now, can y'all hear? Okay.
We are not together. I don't.
I'm about to go drink.
we are friends.
I'm drinking Jack Daniels like it's hot chocolate.
Technical difficulty. But I'm going to repeat what I said. I'm going to repeat for the people to hear. Grady asked me the question again. One more time.
I said, do you think, or I should say, why is it that women or
No. Before that,
I see it, though. We do look pretty close.
we look close.
Yeah,
It's all right. It don't matter.
You asked me earlier. You said how did I feel about the wedding? Ask me that.
Yeah. All right. How did you feel about the wedding? 'Cause
Man,
the wedding was beautiful. Go
My
ahead.
big bro came, right? We had a great time. Everything was the beach water was great. The my wife was beautiful. Everybody was happy. Everybody was happy but my baby mama. And the more I smile, the more the lies get bigger. And man, I was told by a wise man, the happier you are, he said, the more teeth you show, the more the lies gonna get bigger. So what I'm gonna do, because I'm happy, is I'm gonna give you a 5-second smile.
Man.
Look.
Man.
I'm happy. And I'm smiling, and right now there's a lightning bolt hitting right now. Groof. And what happened is Misery Love Company, I was hoping that the partner would have led her, because they used the word lead, led her away from my nuts.
Yep.
But it ain't working.
Yep.
But listen, man, guess what?
Mm-hmm.
They about to give some more lies. You know why? Look, I'm happy.
Man.
I'm happy. I got that Kool-Aid picture smile happy. You know? That's it. And here's the thing. If I could stop the pain, I would stop smiling. But I can't stop smiling. Right? Because you're happy. I'm happy.
Chat room going nuts.
Where that song go? I'm happy. What's that song? I'm happy.
I'm feeling like I'm a sinner in church, boy.
I'm emoji face happy.
Hey, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm mad. I can see the comments.
Yeah, look.
Woo!
You gonna see a lightning bolt hit the comment section
goodness.
real quick. This is anger. But that's it.
Hey.
That's it.
That's why I love him.
Look.
That's why I love it. That's any man that's married, that's happily married. Don't do no more of this. Don't do no more Beyonce hand mess. Ball your fists up and smirk, smile, whatever, because that's your queen.
And to answer your question, you said, why do people...
No.
You said, what happened is, because they didn't hear it, so I want all the Alpha Nation ready to understand.
Yes, sir, come on.
The reason why, what happens is when you're in a relationship, man or woman, I want to include the women too, because women go through it as well. When men and women, when you move on, and your partner don't want you anymore, when they don't want you anymore, they don't want you to be happy. Yeah, you point that. They don't want you to be happy. And what happens is when you move on and you happy, it's lightning bolts all over the world.
That's
baby.
my baby right there. Son, I see you. Don't worry about, I'm gonna say something.
But that's what it is. Because ladies, y'all go through it too. Listen, you got a man out there that ain't treat you right, and y'all ladies, y'all moved on, smile. 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 Let it stretch.
Please hit the like, share, subscribe.
Hit the like button. Hit the like button.
Hit the like.
Hit the like button. And listen, what I said about smiling, if you want to make your exes mad, smile. You ain't gotta listen. You could be poor, but it's true. You could be homeless. You could be living on the corner. You could hold that cup up, collect that chain, and smile. Smile. I want to. Look, 1, 2, 3. Look, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
To the camera.
1, 2, 3. Lightning bolts.
So look. So I want to say this, right? Because I want to talk about something, right? So I appreciate you, coming on the platform and sharing your story,
No problem.
Because you will buy me a computer if you put that on you. You understand?
It won't be that computer.
No, it will be this. But I can't curse, but we're gonna talk, right?
Hey, look, smile.
So look, right? So how do y'all feel about and I know that this might rub you the wrong way, right? No, race relations, right? Okay. So, when me and you talk, when we first met on Then There Was Joe. And y'all, let me tell you something. Chucky Moe had this same demeanor. He don't look like he would do anything until we got personal at one of the crafts, like one of our breaks when we was filming Then There Was Joe, and me and him just got to talking, right? And then you let me know
yeah.
right? And you just tell me if I'm going too far or whatever.
No, please go ahead.
And he said something that pricked my curiosity, right? And it was more like, where you from? You from Chicago? You told me you from upstate. Mm-hmm. And then everybody, all the cats that knew you was like, yo, he has a beautiful sister, right?
Mm-hmm. True.
And then the funny thing was, we was having so much fun on set, but I didn't know Chucky Moe used to have a different set of friends that were not cool with black guys or blacks, period.
Actually, I would say it more.
So let me frame it. Okay. So Chucky Moe said, "Hey man, I used to do a lot of jokes about race,
just offensive in general."
Can y'all? You guys speak in the mic. So can he? We good now? We fix him now.
People know we're not together.
So you good? You good?
So I can leave. All right, cool.
So what he did was, this what he did, bro. The gangsters. The gangster movie that you did, you looked me in the face when we was eating, and we was joking, right? Filming different scenes and things like that. Then that was Joe. Amazing time. I'm thinking about, I just moved my son from Chicago to LA, and then I got a chance to work with you guys on Then That Was Joe. Beautiful movie. First time I ever, got out of the box, pulling emotional things out of me that I didn't want to share because I'm a comic and, I'm more like a serious guy, right? So when we sat at the table and this dude right here said, we was eating, they said, Grady, what you want to eat? I said, I want Popeye's chicken, right? I'm joking, but they really go out and get like, I don't know, they just filled the whole table with Popeye's chicken.
If you asked for it, they would have gone and gotten that.
Yes.
Whatever you wanted.
For whatever Grady wanted, right?
I want Skittles for lunch, and there would have been a box of Skittles.
Yes. Whatever I needed, they took care of me. So this individual.
You were going to say POS.
I was going to say POS.
Yeah.
All right, this piece of shit.
There you go. Thank you.
We at the table, and he's like, Grady. And he's hanging fried chicken, right? So I'm like, oh my goodness. So, most people would have been like, look here, white boy.
Yeah.
But I didn't. And I was like, okay, he gonna do another one. I'm saying myself because I know how to take jokes, right? Then he said, they was like, hey man, what you want to drink, Grady? He was like, Grady likes Kool-Aid. Grape or red? Him.
Extra sugar.
I say, yo, this old Nazi MF, right? This motherfucker, right? That's how I'm going, right? I'm like this, right? Yeah. But then we stopped, like we ate, and then he pulled me to the side. He was like, yo, that's where I'm from, da da da. And I was like, listen here, G. I'm calling him G. I'm looking him all in the face, like, look, G, we'll talk later on, right? And he told me, he said he used to make a lot of racist jokes. So I said, what the fuck you talking to me for? Right? I know it scared everybody, but that's what I said. That's what you talking to me for. And so then he just said, man, I think you dope. I think you a brilliant actor. I haven't seen the stand-up, but I was there in the room when you won over the 200 applicants that went out for Then That Was Joe as the lead. I was in one of the rooms, right? So first of all, that was big of you, to make jokes with a comic. And I don't know if people know, you're not irregular, but comics don't joke with regular people.
Well, that's just it. I mean, if you can joke with me, I understand that it's a deeper thing than just joking with other people, because you have said to me, you will not, I'm just going to say, I will not fuck with unfunny people.
All day. It's
if you're
contagious.
Not funny, I will not fuck with you.
It's contagious.
So the fact that I'm even here is an affirmation.
So the cool thing about you though, Mo, for you and you to get close that day, that whole 30-some days, this cat got sick, and they was like, we might push the date. We might shoot production tomorrow. So I said, they come to my room. They like, listen, Grady, Charles isn't feeling well. I said, what? He not feeling well?
Yeah, you were having this.
I went, got in the shower, got in my little area, got in the shower, put my clothes on, ran to his side of the house, ran like, get your white ass up. Boom, boom, boom. We working today. I'm missing my baby. I'm hitting on the door. He was like, all right. And he was sick as a dog.
Yeah.
I made him get up.
Yeah.
And I think everybody on the set was like, because they didn't know that about Chucky Moe. They didn't know he had that racial tension at one particular time when he was an adolescent. And then when he saw me, he was just like, yo, this a cool dude. Because I think the barrier broke when I had y'all watching Uncle Pecos from Tom and Jerry.
Well, I mean, we've been talking shit to each other
All day.
the whole time. I mean, back and forth, and actually,
This is gonna be a cuss show. I thought we were supposed to be
it's
cussing.
a cuss show at this point.
I don't think we should cuss anymore. I'm messing with you. Go ahead. I'm messing with you. We go.
How many cuss words was said so far?
7.
5.
I said 7. I think it's 7.
I
I
get
think it's
7
7.
points for the F word, right? I get 7 points, and then you said S.
Is there a tally?
You did S.
I don't know.
And then what word you say?
I've said the F word and the S word.
That's 7 points each. So you
Yeah.
got, and then you did the S. So
I
that's
said
10.
I said the F word.
Yeah,
I said 2.
Yeah, but you didn't say the F word though.
No, I didn't say that for
You
you.
gotta pick it up. And then, this gonna be that show.
You're not holding it.
We're gonna have fun.
Yeah,
So
it's that
go
show.
ahead. You was making your point, Mo.
Well, so with us, right? We had been talking smack shit, whatever. We've been talking shit to each other.
So that's another 7 points. So you got 21 points.
Yeah, he got 21. He's
All right, go ahead.
Am I leading or am I losing? Are they
I
plus
think you're
points
winning.
or
I think you're
negative
winning. I
points?
think you're winning.
I'm gonna win this one hands
Your
down.
supporters are saying, Grady, no cussing.
Yeah, no
Let
cussing.
them down.
No cussing. All right, let's go.
That's hilarious.
Let's go.
They've not been to your live show then, but we developed this bond, right? We were becoming friends. We were talking shit to each other every day. It was just a part of what.
No more cussing.
Oh, I thought that was just for you.
No, that's for everybody. We ain't
for all of
cussing.
us.
No, we good. Go ahead. Come on.
All right. So I pulled you aside and I told you that because man to man, it's important. Like looking you right in the eye right now, it's important for me to say that. Like I'm accountable for my actions.
Okay.
I'm accountable for what I do. I respect you as a man. You as a person, we vibe. We get along together. We got the same sense of humor. We're making jokes.
Yeah.
We're going back and forth. This is something where it's like, look, 20, 30 years ago, me as a child, whatever it is, it's not malicious, but it's stupid and it's ignorant. But you need to hear it from my mouth, not from somebody else's. And that's the point. That's why I pulled you aside.
So I had a show last week, and the title of my show was Empathy with an Apology. So what he did was he empathized, right? Because Nick is from New York. You're from New York, right? I'm from Chicago. New York is still militant city, in my opinion.
I'm from Canada, New York.
Yeah, I'm from the boroughs.
He's from the real New York, if you will.
I don't like
You know, when you heard that bass with it, you're like, I'm from that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hear cowbells? I'm from that.
Okay, all right. So let's say this, right? So let's say it like this. That took great appreciation, for you to see me as an individual like you. Now, some of your family, your ancestors, probably don't feel the same way.
It's hard to say. I mean, everybody's got. I mean, I'm sure you would have family that wouldn't appreciate us.
I'll tell you what my mother did. She told me, "Don't bring none that don't look like me in the house." 14 years old.
It's real talk.
So nobody with a bed could come in the house. You got no bed. Get out of my house. No bed.
Oh my God, his day.
So I always mentioned that Grady had a bed. Grady had a bed for 5.
Yeah.
Grady had a bed.
His kindergarten. There's no doubt. There's absolutely no doubt.
Cause I don't like no.
That's a good one.
No college bed. That's a bed.
No. He had
for the
puberty.
Kenya, I see you, Kenya. Go ahead. So what she told me was I couldn't, because we had left the inner city and moved to the burbs, right? And it's a lot of everybody. That was the first time I ever seen what I like to look at as a melting pot. It was everybody. It was everybody, right? And so she just told me, don't bring none that doesn't look like me. I knew exactly what that meant, right?
Question for you. Do you think that happens throughout not only America, but throughout the world? It doesn't matter who you are, what you look like. Do you think that parents tell their kids that? I mean, I hear stories about religion, saying don't date outside of our religion.
Yeah.
It's a fairly common thing. Would you agree with that or no? I'm just asking the question. I'm not making a statement.
I would agree, but then I would also understand, like, we know, me and Nick family know your ancestors or your uncles and, what I'm saying, the people, I say ancestors, your lineage, don't like us dating your daughter, doing your cousin, your niece, because he know she is never going back with nobody white. You understand that, okay? She's going to get rhythm. She's going to understand what collard greens smell like. She's going to like dressing, not stuffing. She's going to eat real macaroni and cheese.
When I put the raisins in the potato salad, she's
Trash.
going to call me out on
Yeah,
that.
she's going to get so mad at you.
Is that a real thing?
No,
I
that's
have no idea.
Yeah, it's just something.
I always hear that.
Like, let me tell you something. So when I moved to the burbs, I thought white folks smell like puppies. Black folks threw that out there. We thought y'all smell like, when white folks get wet, we was raised, y'all smell like puppies.
Amazing.
Yeah,
right?
When I used to train in New York at New York Health and Racket, I had a few Caucasian clients. As I can say, Caucasian.
I don't care. You say whatever.
I feel like because he said white now, it's like I just want to say Caucasian.
No, we ain't coming in, my man. We just talking. You know what I'm saying?
You don't have to say it on my behalf. I mean, how would you just say it? You know?
But now with sharing, that's what they used to say. One of my friends that was there, he was like, "Oh, here come dog hair," and I used to be like, "What is he?" He's like, "Yeah, you know, like white." He's like white people with their hair get wet, it smell like dog. So I'm not gonna lie to you, but now here's the thing.
That's amazing.
I used to, like, when I used to train them, I used to be like this. I used to do this. When I used to train them, and they'd be in front of me, I'd go like this, I'd go, just to
You
see.
smell 'em?
I didn't smell the dog.
Wait.
But I tried to.
Man.
But it's funny.
There's a joke in
These
there
he stopped,
about
these-
training white people like training dogs.
Huh?
There's a joke in there about training white people like training dogs.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna find it, but it's in there
Yeah, it's a
somewhere.
joke.
But put it like this though, right? He's right, right? Here's the difference. We was always taught to defend only to a certain degree, right? So when we go home, Chucky Mo, me and you can attest to this. If Mr. and Mrs. Leisenring, they got a call that Chucky Mo is pulled over by the police. Your mother is not going to have the same fear as me and Nick.
Yes.
Or anybody that's on Alpha Nation right now.
Or if we got the call about our parents getting pulled over, like we were
Exactly.
talking about on the way over
Exactly.
here.
Yeah. So I just think that the dope thing that you did was you recognized that you didn't need to empathize. I think you wanted to. And even everybody was on the set, right? Because if you look at him, y'all see him, he don't look violent. Because you thinking normal Nazi, skinhead, his bald head. He was like, yo, I made those jokes, and he said it with like passion. He was like, man, I made some racist jokes. We breaking bread.
I think I actually cried when I told you that.
I didn't want to say it, but
No,
you
I
could
don't
tell
mind.
it. Yeah,
It's
I would
true.
never do. You'll say
That's
that, but
real shit.
I didn't do it.
No, that's real. That's
Yeah,
real.
yeah,
Because
I was there.
I carried so much guilt and so much shame about that. Honestly, of all the shit that has happened this year, what's my point total up to now, by the way?
You're 36.
I'm
You're
up there.
killing me. You can't be cursing.
Of all
You can't bring your white privilege in here.
Now
You understand that?
Grady,
shit, fuck.
trying to get some sponsors.
That's what we do. I swear to God, he playing. That's my man.
You're running up the Bleach and Ajax sponsor.
I know.
The cussing.
Nah, we
if my
good.
white privilege is gonna buy me anything,
But
it's
here's
the ability
the-
to curse openly.
If you
on a
cuss-
No, but here's the-
non-Christian
If
show.
you cuss and you smile at the same time,
Then the lightning
it'll go.
bolts.
The lightning bolts will hit.
So here's the thing. I want to tell everybody this, right?
I'm still smiling.
The thing that he's doing now, we've been doing it since 2015.
At least, yeah. Well, yeah, in 2015 when
20
we met.
we
This
met.
is just our back and
This is
forth.
what we do. So
This
this
is-
is not.
This
He's
is
not doing
new
it to
for
mess
me
up.
because
This is how we talk, right?
Yeah, no, this is new for me because this is public, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah, this is public,
just
yeah.
us. We just
Yeah, we talk. Yeah.
This is it. We're just real, man to man. We just talk.
But just don't cuss no more.
I can't promise that, but I will do my best.
Well, you gave us hoops before the show.
I did. I gave you. So look at what did I do? What was a fond Grady moment?
Oh my God! All right, so we have this heart-to-heart moment, right? Grady gives me a hug. He's like, "Look, G, you cool, man. I see you. I know you. I know your heart. You're good, right?" So, okay, we leave the movie. We've lived together at this point for 6 weeks, was it? Like we lived in the same house with Justin's parents under their roof.
I
for
call it
6
the
weeks.
lair.
The lair.
I call it the lair.
I call it the mansion. I mean,
That's
you
my
know?
Game of Thrones. Shout out to DC. Talking about the Game of Thrones. Go ahead.
Okay, so Grady has me come to the very first Alpha Male show. This was before you had the logo, right?
The one in LA.
The one in LA in Ontario.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, Pico at the Comedy Union.
Okay, at the
Comedy
all right.
Union, yeah.
So this is the first one.
Ontario
and-
was after that one.
All right. Was this the one where you hosted, where Tiff was there?
Yeah.
This was the second one then. So the one that I'm talking about is in Ontario.
Okay.
And you called me into the green room.
Oh, here you go with this trap.
Yeah. He shut the door, right? And it's all the comics that are on the bill. And it's like, what? There was like 5 dudes on the bill?
Yeah.
It was you.
4.
Baldhead.
Altogether it's 5 of us. Yes, sir.
4 or 5. You, Baldhead.
Tyler.
Yeah.
God bless
Anthony.
him.
Right?
Anthony, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Antoine Scott.
I'm sorry. So it's all of you guys. And you call me into the room. and you just look at me, and you shut the door, and you stand in front of you, block the door. And I mean, the room is smaller than this. Like, it's a green room, but it's a tiny green room. There's a little couch, and we're all standing in there. And Grady just looks at me, and he goes, Grady's got a deep voice, so I'm going to try to approximate that as best I can. But he looks at me, and he goes, talk that shit now, boy. Go ahead.
He was scared as I don't know, but he for some reason just was like, everybody just kind of opened up to him.
Let me tell you something. I've been around Grady. I've been around Grady for a while, and Grady, and most thing, Grady, he's a good spirit, happy. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I know when he has a serious side, but I've never seen this serious side initiate. So he's working at this radio station. I ain't gonna say the name of the radio station. He was at a radio station.
You can say it.
And one of the engineers just kept
bogus.
Kept messing up every week. Like every week the engineer kept messing up, right? So there's one particular day, and you know, every day the engineer mess up, you know, Grady would just Grady, and this is Grady being professional. He'd be like, oh, all right, well, whatever, come on, hey, come here, Nick, let's go, whatever. Like that's what he would do, right? So this one particular day, we get in there, we ain't got no mics, we ain't got no wires. Right. Dude behind the glass laughing, right? Grady knock on the door, he knock on the glass. You, come here. Yeah, come here. He never takes his eye off him, even on the glass behind the wall. Come here. Yeah. The dude come in the room. Come here. Sit down. Yeah. Yo, that dude sits down. He said, Grady said, why you in here? Look, why you in here messing with me? I'm just trying to come in here, right? Nick, Brandon, Tip. I've been trying to come in here,
man.
And I've been trying to do something.
The impersonations.
Every time.
He be around me.
Right, Nick? Every time I come, listen, boy, every time I come here, something missing. That's all I'm saying.
Boy.
Get it right.
Man, he was
Get it right.
So
He said, get it right. So when he left, Ray was like, that's all I'm saying. Am I wrong? My little brother, am I wrong? Am I wrong?
We messing with
They
cash
wouldn't do this
money
to nobody
here,
else.
man.
And I was like, everybody was like this. Look, you know when something going on, but I was just like this. Look. This nigga sound
Man, I think it was more problematic because this was my life, man. Like I don't really care about nothing. Like I just want to feed my kids. That is it. I just want to be able to take care of my mother, take care of my sisters, my nieces, nephew. I got a granddaughter. I don't have time to play with ego because it's going to get violent for me.
You got a granddaughter?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you, man.
I had
Yeah,
no
she
idea.
look just like me.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful. Wait,
London.
She got the beard too?
Well, she got the brow. She looked mean like me.
Okay.
She looked real mean. I was like, when I seen her,
she have like an angelic voice. She got an
Excellent.
angelic voice in school.
Yeah.
Say, hey, teacher. And the teacher pissed off, like your homework. She's like, listen. little teacher, come here. I told you I ain't got the homework. I'm sorry. Prom day, she's like, yeah, I'm going to prom. I'm going to the prom. He's supposed to come in. He's supposed to be here at 9 o'clock. He come late, 9:05. Hey, little boy. Oh, my God. We supposed to be here at 9 o'clock.
Hey.
Come sit down.
Man.
4 years old.
4 years old. Mama, hey, mama.
Yo.
With a bottle.
And I got in so much trouble. I got in so much trouble, man. Let me tell you something. I got in so much. Like Zoe, shout out to Zoe Williams, man. He the one brought me over there. And he'll be like, Grady, you can't fight everybody. I was like, you can't fight everybody. When I start chopping that brick, I'm mad now. I'm like, when I do this, like, oh, it's personal. Because I don't know what this is. I never seen my daddy do it. My mama, that's why I get it from mother. When she do this, she ready to fight. You know what I'm saying? So I think when I did it, I apologized to Nick. And I was like, look, bro, I didn't want you to see that I was trying to be professional, but I don't play. And it was a brother that was doing it. It was a brother, right? So I just had to, don't ever do this when I come in here. Ever.
See?
Ever. Then the boss, the big boss come in like, we want to meet with Grady, right? They already fans. So Shorty, he didn't know who I was. I don't walk around, you know me. I don't have no ego. I don't really care. Just give me my sides and let me go do what I'm going to do. And then you say sit down here and be quiet and perform and that's it, right? When I tell you, If I didn't do that, he'd have messed up every week. So then I said, okay, I'm not about to play with you, shorty. Don't let it happen again. And I'm willing to risk it all for my respect, because I know you don't know me. And it ain't personal. You just wanted your man in this slot, and they said, no, we want dude in here. And it was just unfortunate. You know what I mean? So I apologize to Nick. I apologize to the people that Nick got me sweating doing me. I swear to God, that boy's retarded. All right. But anyway, I just want to say, for you guys coming on the show, right? You know, how do you feel with, you know, the climate change that we've had that's, you know, it's been going on? Because a lot of times
you're talking like the social climate, not the physical, like, temperature raising climate.
I don't think. Here's the thing. I think white folks are very, very smart in conjuring up nonsense. Right? Right? You guys are right. You guys are very good at conjuring up nonsense. But the difference is, once we know, we really can't change. Once we know, let me tell you. Just like when you just said, like Nick just said about me over at Dash Radio. I was putting my heart and soul into it. It took me another year to even come over here to Soto Studios, because I'm like, look, I'm going to take it personal for me to do my best episodes ever. Come up with good content, have great guests on, and to just be a person that's on time, right? And so when I put my all in, I expect you to put your all in. So here's the difference. We know that your kind don't really fool with us, but then we still will go support you.
Interesting.
Right? Not you, Mo.
It's a blanket statement.
I felt like I was you for a minute. I was like, what am I supposed to do? What should I do?
No, that's my man. No, that's my man right there.
I'm like, listen, I'm like, you don't support us?
That's my man. But what you say, right? So if you think about it, no, you good. But when you think about it, right, right, we know we don't really get behind each other.
Well,
but we'll go support.
There's a difference between lip service and in the trenches.
Not all, though. I'm not saying all of us, but I'm saying the small percentage.
A person can only speak for themselves.
Right. I try to do that, but go ahead.
That's all you can do. Well, what's the question, though?
The question is, how do you feel the temperature now with dude in office, and then even let's just use a word that I used last week, the empathy, right? The empathy of, I seen one on Facebook where the little girl in Long Island was hit by one of your aunties, and the little girl fell, and the white lady got out the car and sat by the back door and just didn't do anything, didn't help the baby or nothing. See, I know what that means, right? I hit a little girl when I was married, and I was going through a divorce. Hit a little girl, 10 years old, 114th, South Normal. Never forgot. I don't speed. I was dropping my cousin off, made a left-hand turn. The 10-speed she had, it didn't have brakes. It didn't have brakes, G. So the baby, she riding the bike. I see her, but I'm we come off a turn. I barely do 15 miles an hour because I'm in a resident. Don't you cry. Hold your tears.
It doesn't take much.
No, I'm a real dude. I'm a father. I'm just telling you what. And it was my birthday.
No, that's heavy though.
It was my birthday. The 10-speed comes. She hits my Ford Windstar, which is a minivan. Boom. The baby, just because I bumped it, right? The handlebars turned. I had to gradually slow down from 15 to like 5 and 1. Then it stopped. I had to let the car. I couldn't jerk because I probably would have hurt her for real, right? Get out of the car. Get out of the van. My cousin, he go in the house. He just going in to go get a pistol or bat or whatever. He go in the house. I don't even care. I get out of the car, Mo. Get up, the little baby, her feet is moving on the ground. I'll never forget it. Her feet is moving on the ground. She's on the back. And I'm like, you all right, little mama? I'm talking to her. I'm like, you okay? She was like, yeah. I said, just sit here. I'm a daddy. I'm a daddy right now.
But you're also a human. It doesn't even matter.
Now
that
the
you're
streets
a dad.
is
I know
coming.
That would have affected you.
Yo. I don't hear none of that. I'm just focused on the baby, right? Focus on, because I want somebody to help my daughter.
Of course.
If I had a daughter. And I got a granddaughter, right?
Of course.
So when I talking to the baby, by this time, the ambulance come, the fire department, everybody's coming. When I tell you, G, the little girl did not move until they came, picked her up, put on the stretcher. I'm not supposed to. Police go and say, look, man, you got your license needs to be up to date. My insurance lapsed. It was the worst day ever. I said, just don't take me to jail. I gotta go to Roseland Hospital because that's where y'all taking that little baby. It don't matter. Dude say, I'll never forget his name, Officer Reynolds. He said, listen, I'm gonna meet you there. You better follow this joint. I said, no problem. We go, follow, get there. The waiting room is full of people. I got to walk through people. I go in the room. The mama is, kind of like how our age is now. She said, you hit my baby. She young. She young. She don't know, I'm probably 6, 7 years younger than her, but she's a young mother. And I was like, yes, ma'am. I hugged her. The baby in there, they said, we can't let the baby leave until she could use the bathroom on her own. You understand? Yeah. So when I seen that on Facebook, and I said, I remembered that day because they was ready to kill me. This is people that look like me, but the baby bike didn't have brakes.
Oh.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So just imagine, this is where my level of empathy jumped in. I remember hitting that little baby and visit her until they moved to Minnesota. I visit that little girl every week.
Good for you.
Nah, because I got kids.
Yeah, well, no, you
I
got.
got
I
a
say
niece.
good for you, but
I got nieces.
What else are you gonna do?
I just believe in karma.
And doing the right thing.
So I'm his daughter's godfather. So I would want somebody to do that for me, right? So when I saw that, right, and I'm talking to you as you're a friend, right? Mo, when that lady in that car hit that baby, the bike jumped, she jumps, falls on her face in the grass, trying to get herself together, jump up, but had to go back down because your adrenaline is rushing when you get hit in a car accident. You be like, all right, I'm good. You see the cats on the motorcycle and they fall, they get up and then they're like, all right, I'm good. And then before you know it, an hour later, he get woozy. Now, Earth done said it, right? And I watched that lady get out of her driver's side and just get out and bend down and go to the back door. While the little baby is like, mama, 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 and she kind of walking. So this is the stuff that we deal with. Not saying that you that way.
No, but let me ask you this, though, because we're similar in the sense, like, we're talking about things that we regret.
Yeah.
We hate ourselves for.
Yeah.
How do you forgive yourself for that? How do you let go of that? How do you move on from that? Because I think that's important. I think people out there, like everybody out there has something that they regret, they hate themselves for. What do you have to do? Because you said every week she moved to Minnesota.
Until she moved to Minnesota.
I mean, that's guilt. That's shame.
Yeah.
That's self-hatred. There's a lot of, and I know that. I know what that feels like.
Well, I think what I did was, Mo, I did the human thing. I took fear out of the way. Because the baby, she had no fear. She was just, when she got hit, she was in fear. But at that time, I'm not speeding up.
It must have just been so fast
so
for her.
I know how to deal with guilt. Yeah. I know how to take the L. Most people don't want to deal with the L. Yeah. I didn't drink myself. I didn't smoke. I didn't do no dope. I didn't do none of that. I dealt with it by just going. Imagine going to the girl, the baby house. And then, you ready? And then her cousins is still there. And I remember their faces. I remember what they look like. And so they let the baby go in like 3 days. Boom. Then I go that Saturday. Then I go back that Friday. Then I go back that Friday. Then I go back that Thursday. Yeah. Keep going, visit her until they left. Right? So I know how to deal with guilt. If I make a mistake, Mo, and it's for everybody out here that's watching Alpha Nation, if you know how to deal with the guilt, it's all right. It's what you do when you got a chance to change it. And so what I did was I understood I was at fault. Even though I wasn't malicious, I was at fault because I'm dealing with machinery. Yeah. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So I'm not playing no music. we got through hooping, me and my cousin, Gary, we got through hooping, and he was in shock. He was like, I ain't never seen no dude so poised, like years later. I just seen him in July. He lives in Atlanta. I just seen him. He was like, he told the cats that was on the tour, and he was like, my cousin, because I was married to his cousin. So he just inherited me like, yo, this big cuz, right? And he said, I understood him because there was nothing but wolves on the street. Only thing they didn't do was shoot me. Only thing they didn't do was beat me up, but I'm talking, you can hear the guns. You can hear it. Like, he don't let the... So I'm tough enough to be like, I'm going to go back to what the problem is.
I feel like the fact that you did that says something.
What? Which is what?
Well, it says, I own this.
Yeah.
I'm going to add to my total, but I fucked up. I own this. The same way when I talk to you and I tell you what I did, I own this. I'm proud of it, but I own it.
Go ahead,
I'm gonna say this.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna say this. Here's another compliment. You need a talk show, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Hilarious.
Because you got the voice that makes someone cry.
Amazing.
You know the voices when people do something wrong. Because you like, look, this is the way he's like, how does that make you feel? No. That's not even true. You gotta hear it. Look, when you hear it back, you're like, how does it make you feel? And think about that moment.
I love Nick.
Think about, no, it's dope. No, listen. That's why I didn't make no joke. I stay quiet because I'm listening. I'm like, there's a talent. Because you watch all them talk shows, right? Where people, they go, not the father or whatever, and they go like this. They go, come here, let me talk to you for a second. How does it make you feel? When's the first time you felt that way? And I'm sitting there like, yo, let me shut up. Because there's no time to jump in that moment. I listen.
If this isn't a stand-up, I have never met one.
I need a church fan. Anybody that's on Grady Gang, please send me a church fan with Martin Luther King on it.
You watch Red Table Talk?
No, I don't know it.
Okay, it's with Jada Pinkett. She was talking to Snoop Dogg. And she was like, Jada, she's like, Snoop, I felt like you was talking to my mom. And I felt like, so when you was talking to Grady, he was like, how did it make you feel? Grady, for the first, he's like, Grady's like, well, and I sat there and I was just like, and this was my face. I was just like, this whole time, look, let's work together. Like this.
So I just, it is a.
You know what though? In that moment, I forget that we're on YouTube. I'm just talking to Ray.
I'm joking around.
This is how we talk. Me and Mo talk like
this. We have these deep conversations because this is life. This is what we're here for.
What I will say is, to answer what both of you guys are saying.
I seen that, JR. I seen the comment. Gotta be careful around Grady. He'll put you onto his emotions. I saw that. I didn't try to do that, G. Go ahead.
No, what I was gonna say is, when you asked about the climate and to going back, this quarantine, this whole COVID thing, I think for everybody, this is the first time a lot of people got a chance to sit back and just watch, reflect, go online, research. And I remember when the whole George Floyd thing happened, and I'm going to drop my daughter off. Me and my wife, we dropping my daughter off, and what happened?
No,
that's
my son.
And we're dropping.
That's my baby doing.
We're dropping off my daughter, and
coolest son.
I'm watching.
My son retarded. Talking about Chuck be asking roaches why they're afraid of raid. Boy, that's my baby.
It's definitely your son.
That's my baby.
Oh my God.
Go ahead.
And we we're driving.
It's a good question.
That's a good question.
Because with the president we have now, he's inciting racial war.
Yes.
Okay.
And while this is going on, it could have caused, not to say it wasn't happening, it could have caused a bigger race war.
Yeah.
So we're driving down Hollywood Boulevard, and I'm driving through the white neighborhoods, and on their houses, on the gate, it says Black Lives Matter.
Okay.
And I'm watching races hand in hand marching for one cause. I in this climate, that for me, and I'm young, what I'm saying? This is in my time zone of what I'm seeing. I'm like, that's amazing. That is totally amazing. It's amazing because I don't know, maybe everything happens for a reason. Maybe this whole quarantine, this whole COVID was able to give everybody in this country to sit back and say and look at what the hell is going on.
Yeah.
Because how before people you don't see racism. Like, I don't see racism. Now
with this going on, this shit's always on social media. But you're home now. We were locked down for what, 2-3 months? We got the phone in our hand. We're watching. Everybody's watching. Can't nobody say, well, that we're all watching.
Yes.
To the point where everyone is like, what the fuck is going on?
Yes.
What?
He just cussed twice.
Oh!
What are we doing?
I'm sorry.
What's the tally at?
I don't know.
You know the one.
You won.
And I apologize. When you get into this moment of everything that's going on, like, because from my family, coming from and people that I know, we hear racism. I've seen racism. We watch it. Everybody watch racism. But around this quarantine right now, we watching as united front, watching racism.
Right.
I never would have thought I would have saw races together hand in hand, like you were wrong. And asking at this point, what can we do? And the answer to me, what can you do, is I'll be like this, like,
keep going.
As far as the marching thing, because I feel like I feel like white folk that they can
look them in the face.
No.
Yeah, tell them. You drinking, you cussing on the show. Look the boy in the face.
I feel like
there we go. Yeah, tell him.
When they say how can we help, I was reading the autobiography of Malcolm X.
Do you know what that is, Mo?
Alex Haley wrote it, and Spike Lee directed the movie. And how should
in the book?
You know who Nat Turner is?
Yes, I do. And there was a movie made about him.
What about Christmas Addicts?
Christmas? I love Christmas.
Christmas.
No, all right, you got
Do you know?
Is this where, do I have to leave now?
No.
Must I excuse myself? Is this
So do you know any revolutionaries?
Revolutionaries?
Of us.
Like Huey Newton?
Toussaint? No, we talking about slave rebellion revolutionary. We murdering Anglo-Saxon Protestants.
Like Nat Turner.
Nat, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a couple.
Sure.
Do you know any?
I don't, honestly. I mean,
Gabriel Prosser, Denmark Vesey, Toussaint.
I don't even need to look. I can feel it.
Whoa. Let me say this real quick.
I love him, man.
Let me say this real quick. In the book, the girl asked Malcolm X, she said, what can I do to help? And Malcolm X said nothing. But in the book, he said later
in the movie,
on,
she
in the
said
movie,
that,
no,
yeah.
but in the movie, but it's different how it is in the book. In the book, she asked him. He said later on he felt that when he thought about that question, he wished he could have answered it. And the question is, yes, we're happy you're marching.
Yeah.
But we know you can get to the doors that we can't. And what it is take it to them. Let them know. That's how you can help. Let them know, like, yo, we're watching our brother. Because that's how they say we're watching humans being. And that, for me, was that climate. I watched that, I said, wow. Because during the quarantine, I'm like, man, because, we know racism exists, but I'm like, man, like, at this point, with the police, we're like, wow, like, you guys are really, y'all using social media. You know how we use social media to record them? They're using social media like, well, look what we're doing. We're gonna, because after George Floyd, over 100 more black were killed on camera, live. You know what I'm saying? So now people are getting to the point where they're like, wow, damn, this is getting out of hand. You know what I'm saying? So this climate that, I just think it's brought more awareness. This whole situation brought more awareness. It brought more, and if you couldn't survive, you found out you were a survivor in this climate as well. You found out you were an entrepreneur. You found out, look at this.
Yeah.
COVID-19.
I mean, it's changed. It's changed a lot.
It's changed a lot.
So let me ask you a question, right? By you have you been back home?
No, I haven't left LA. I have
Okay.
barely left my apartment since this took over.
So when you see things, and let's say, how was it? Let me ask you this. Let's go back to your childhood.
Okay.
Right? Because, I told you.
Sure.
Let's just.
How far back are we? Oh, what's the question?
Whenever you started thinking that making race jokes was cool.
Okay.
No, that's all.
Yeah,
Because it was like,
please.
so when you said, I think I can do it too.
Do
right?
what to make
to
race?
make jokes and be like, I can make mine. Was it a competition between you and your comrades, or it was just adolescent, just
I think
fun
it's just
things?
stupidity, and I think it's not knowing the power of words, because where I come from, my small town is very mixed.
Okay.
Town called Lyons. That's where I started off in. Then I moved to a town called Newark. So in Lyons, it's very mixed, racially mixed. And my best friends in kindergarten were black. So
wow.
Interesting.
Because he did tell me, Nick, he loved black women, but go ahead. He told me down there.
No, that's not entirely true. Justin told you something else, that's whatever.
For the chat,
for the chat, just let it go. All right, yeah.
Because look, you got it. He was like, look, that's mine.
I was trying to throw him out there. I was like, he liked black women. He was like,
he set you up?
no, I didn't.
You said you like black women.
That's not entirely true, right? And somebody say entirely.
And then he came over. He was like,
no.
Go ahead.
It's not that that's not true. It's just that that's it doesn't matter. Whatever. It's stupid at this point. I don't know where this came in because from an early age, I started listening to rap music. I mean, like about 5th grade, I got into Public Enemy.
Okay. And
I used to, as a 5th grader in the burbs, read through lyric sheets in the
Public Enemy. What song?
You name it. I mean, my favorite album is Apocalypse.
Don't Believe the Hype.
Apocalypse 91.
Okay. You one of them.
91.
All right. You pretty. All right,
that's my favorite album.
You like Black Sheep?
Black Sheep. I know. I put gum up my ass because I know how to talk shit. Yes.
There we go. All right.
Black Sheep. I know a little bit of Black Sheep. J5, but really my 3 favorite
Jurassic
groups
Park. That's what he's saying when he say J5. Jurassic. Go ahead. Come on.
Really were the Beastie Boys, Tribe Called Quest, and Public Enemy. Those were my 3 favorite groups growing up. So a little bit of
Beastie Boy. Best song.
Best song. Oh,
Please don't say Paul Revere.
I'd probably go Sabotage. Off the top of my head, that's my favorite.
Is that the second album or the third one?
No, that's like the 4th, I think.
Okay, I didn't get that.
It's like kind of like punk, but kind of rap.
That's trash.
But
go ahead. Go ahead.
Chuck D has lyrics that would open my mind to experiences I never would have had, thoughts I never would have had. I mean, like, just imagine being a 5th grader and reading things like Farrakhan's a prophet that you should listen to.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't know who that was, and this is before the internet, so you have to go to the library and look people up, look these things up, and research things.
Yes, sir.
So, I don't know. I think for me personally, I can only say I used to love reactions. I mean, the same way that I love saying something that you're not going to expect.
Okay.
I love that.
And that was that trans.
So as a child, that translated to like, this is an easy reaction.
Even though no black kids bother you, because I want to tell all the races, not you,
sure,
but I want to tell you a secret.
Okay.
We don't fool with y'all.
Yeah.
We don't bother y'all. We just be like, oh, that's a white boy. We going about our business. We'll probably protect you versus do harm to you.
You know,
but if we go to your crib, like in New York or what's the name of the town?
Upstate. I'm from. Well, I would say Newark and Lyons.
Okay, so let's say Lyons or Newark, right? Newark, New York, right? Black people, we're not taught that. We're not taught go hurt them. We're not taught that. We're taught to defend, right? This is where gangbanging come from. But it was a derivative of the Black Panther Party. All of them. Real gangbangers know that, right? So when you think about that, right, Mo? And it was something that you said, like, it was just stupidity, right? But let's just say if it was passed down, right? Stupidity can be passed down, right? So if I said, Nick, he said, man, how do I get booked in comedy clubs? I could have told Nick, you go Bogart your way in there, beat up the dude, Omega Blast, and then he say, but that ain't me. I'm sending them off because I'm not helping him. I'm really hurting him. Instead of saying, sit down, write. You like that, Nick? Write again. You like that joke? Write again. Keep writing, and then eventually pay homage to the brand. This is all life, G. So when I come to your neighborhood, and if I see your sister and your mother and your father, I want to treat them like, they loving people. I can't be mean.
But I mean, they're not like that.
No. I'm just saying. But there's other. I'm just saying your homies.
Yeah.
And then I think they had something, and Nick called me like, yo, you see what's going on in Portland? I'm like, wait a minute, the Nike headquarters there. Why is it going on in Portland?
I think it's important, though, we talk about context.
Yes.
We're talking about the 90s.
Yes.
And we're talking about this is a pre-internet age.
Yes, sir.
This is a pre-social justice warrior age. The 90s, we're coming out of the 80s, coming out of the 70s. We're looking at comedy. There's a lot of offensive comedy that's coming out of this day and age.
What's offensive comedy? I want to hear it.
Okay, I'll give you a couple examples.
Because Nick probably know more, but go ahead, I'm listening.
He might.
DC might know. Go ahead, I'm listening.
Ace Ventura.
Keep going.
At the end of Ace Ventura, there is a lot of transphobia. At the end...
Hold up, stop right there.
Mm-hmm.
Phobia. You know what phobia means?
Fear.
So who's afraid of anybody? When somebody said to me,
You're afraid
like, yo,
of
you're
that
afraid of homo, because he
Well,
called me
there
and
you
said, yo, I know he's afraid of gay people. It was the funniest thing in the world. He didn't even say hi. He just said, Grady, you afraid of gay people? Grady, you have a homophobia. I was like, do you know what phobia mean, white boy? He said, I do. I really do, right? I really do.
I totally do.
Right?
I get it, bro.
That means to be fearful
Yeah.
of them.
Mm-hmm.
So when is the word... But go ahead.
Well,
you was
no,
making your point.
but,
Transphobia, go ahead.
With phobia, though, I think that phobia gets conflated with hatred. Fear and hatred. And I think that there is something to be said for dislike, distrust, or just not understanding something that is different from us.
Okay.
Right?
I think.
What you think, Nick?
I think when it comes to the art form of comedy, and you think about the 90s, it was a time period where people were just making jokes, telling jokes. There was no line of offense because everyone was being cracked on at that time. You know, everybody was being snapped on. You know, whether it was I don't even want to say the word because if you say the word's wrong, then you get in trouble. So what you said, and then you know, there's black, there's white jokes, there was Chinese jokes, there was
South Park.
Yeah, but now we live in a world now where I feel like, and I'm gonna say it because I have a lot of LGBT friends, and they laugh at jokes made about LGBT people. So with that being said, I want to know who's in charge of the committees that are angry at the joke, because you can't be the only one that's angry. It's almost like
say something, Nick.
Like Trump just did.
Say something.
Trump
Nick.
just said, no one gets any money until I get reelected. That's one person pulling a power grid. So when I say that is, there are people who can't take jokes in charge of these committees that are like, that's not funny. That's not funny. And I'm glad he brought. I pull that up real quick.
Yeah.
The movie.
He said Tropic Thunder can't be done now. That's what.
And that's what's so. And let me explain about that movie. The movie was funny to me.
Hilarious.
It was
but
hilarious.
There's
Hilarious movie.
There's two things in there.
There's the blackface
And
the
Ben Stiller as these head movies made my eyes rain.
Okay. Yes.
Right.
Those two
things.
My whole thing.
But they had the gay in there.
Oh yeah.
You can't forget.
Oh yeah. Al
Here's the difference.
Pacino.
Yeah, you can't forget that. Here's the crazy thing. I see
So
the
there's
chat
three.
room. Hold on. Cecil Tapley, salute OG. He says, hey, Alpha Nation, you guys are the stuff. Thank you, man. He sent from, I want to say, from Akron, Ohio, salute. Let's go to Eddie Floyd says, conflated. You use the word conflated. We all like, we ain't never heard that. We heard of conflicted, but you're going to come back and conflated. I saw it, Floyd. I saw it.
Did I use it improperly? I'm sorry if I did.
Trump is alpha in politics. Zarak Judah. He said Trump is alpha in politics.
Who said that?
Well, Zarak Judah. So what I do on
What
the...
what does that mean? Alpha in politics. What does that mean?
He the man. He dictate. That's what that means, little bro. No?
Lead dog.
I mean, we already know the House of Congress tells him what to do.
Here, let me say this real quick.
Because hold on, this is what I do. I usually... Because, you know what I'm saying? Because I always go through the comments of the people, and I just look at some G situations, right?
Here's the thing about when it comes to presidents and it comes to Trump. This is something people have to understand. Trump had money.
Go ahead, I'm just looking. Go ahead,
Trump had money coming in to his presidency. And with the result of having money is there's no control over him. But that's the mistake of what happened. You brought somebody in who's never had respect as with the money he had. What made you think he would have respect for the country? So when people, because I don't like to debate with people. When people be like,
why you don't like to debate?
No, I'm gonna explain
it's
why.
Fun though,
it's
bro.
fun, but it gets to the point where you like, because from the era I come from, like I don't, you know what I'm saying? So I just, people call him out. Like, I hear people tell me, like, man, the stuff Trump says, at least he's putting it out there.
Right.
But you got to ask yourself this question. As a country, when we look for a leader in these times, even if you don't think, if a missile about to hit the earth, and you know we all going to die, your job is to let's get hit by that missile and us be calm. Don't have us in that outroar. He don't know how to do that. That's the thing. Because he has his money. He don't care about the presence, the people. If he loses, which I hope y'all out there voting, if he loses, you know what he's going to say? I was president. I didn't think I was going to win, but I was there. Right. You know, made a couple of dumb mistakes, but hey, they voted me in. You can't be mad at Trump. You want to know why you can't be mad at Trump? Because the idiots that went down there and clicked the button for him was like, yeah, let's get him in. He's cool. He did a stone cold stunner. He would be cool as president.
Right.
And let me show you how it's not a race thing. Got Kanye's first, second, and third album. I wish I would vote for Kanye. Jesus Walks was nice, but you're not getting my vote. I want somebody up there that knows what the hell they talking about. I like Hulk Hogan. I like Stone Cold. I like The Rock. I want you to give people elbows. I don't want you running my country. We gotta be smart. Am I wrong? We gotta be smart. I mean, I got a lot of heroes. Jay-Z makes dope records. I don't want him and Beyonce running my country. He didn't, what? He's a dope artist. Rockefeller, Memphis Bleak didn't have a platinum album. If he couldn't let Memphis have a platinum album, why do I want you running my country? So what I'm saying is, if the man who's the president now went bankrupt a few times, right? Then had a lot of failed situations, why would you put him in charge of the country?
How do you bankrupt a casino?
How do you bankrupt? Why would you let a man that bankrupt the casino handle a virus?
Meek Mill would have done a better job.
Meek Mill?
He definitely would have.
That's hilarious.
Meek Mill would have did a better job.
I got no doubt about that. There is no doubt about
Anybody,
that.
why? Listen, here, let me tell you something. Growing up, I had heroes that I liked. You know what I mean? I like Jordan. I like Michael Jordan. Hey, 6 rings. I wouldn't vote for you to be the president of the United States. I wouldn't vote for you. I don't want to see you. I'm like, oh, why you voting for Jordan? Man, he won 6 championships. You know he got to run the country. Yeah. No. I mean, this ain't a race thing. This is let's use our brain.
So look here, man. You stupid, right? That boy's. This is what I want to say, right?
We gotta light the bulb.
Look. So I go to the comments, right? Right? And let me ask y'all a question. Is this true? My man, JR Jr., empirically speaking, blacks with jobs say it's our own fault. They work around whites every day.
Who?
He's black folks, is what he's saying. It's our fault.
He says our fault because we work around blacks every day? Could we walk around whites every day?
Yeah, I think that's what he. Is that true or?
I don't. Why? So,
I don't.
Martin
you was on the rant. I just let it go.
He had this speech right back in the day
where
he said he wanted to see because you got to use logic. I want to see black and whites walk right.
Yeah.
So if I walk, if I go to a job, and Jeff, who's white, just happened to be good at editing, it's my fault because I hired him over Tony, right? Like,
yeah.
Listen, look. One thing about this is I'm with supporting your own, but I support my own that gets the job done. If I'm running a business, I want to hire people that get the job done. What I mean is I'm not going to hire just because of this. You're not going to fuck my show up.
Right.
Oh, I apologize.
Yeah,
Could I ask you a question about, a question about my own? I think that there is like the my own of race and religion and whatnot, but there's also the my own of perspective and heart and how you treat people. What's most important?
How you treat people. Guess what? The photographer at my wedding was white. I knew a lot of photographers, but we wanted to get the pictures well. I could have get someone that brought an iPhone and took pictures at my wedding. Could have got some iPhone 10 pictures, but I hired someone to get the job done. So that comment that's right there, no disrespect.
He was just saying misinterpretation. Jay Tompkins said Grady went in on the female hoes entire show last week, right?
Uh-oh.
And didn't even touch on these men. Jay, I guarantee you next week, that's what we talking about. I will not let you down, mama. I appreciate you. No, I'm just saying. I talked about the women.
A few things to say.
No. I talked about the women, and I said this week I want to talk about the men. But you guys, you know what I'm saying? We reached out and we talked. So I was like, all right. But Miss J, I guarantee you, mama. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to tell your homies, your girls, and be like, girl, we gonna watch and see what he talk about the dudes, because I think that needs to be.
And for the people that just coming in, Grady brought me and my boy up here because we're promoting Men in Black 4. And we're doing the reboot. You know what I'm saying? Look, 1, 2, smile.
Man, listen, I want to tell everybody, listen here, man. I want to say this from the bottom of my heart, man. Shuggy Mo, love you, boy.
Thank
yes,
you.
sir.
Love you,
Nick,
brother.
love you
brother.
too, G. Hey, man, what you doing? Don't fall. And please remember this, y'all. Like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Alpha Nation. I do this every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Tonight, I just wanted to have some fun with my comrades. I ain't seen them in 4 or 5 years.
It's been a while.
And,
it hasn't been that long.
I don't know. It's been a minute. I don't know.
It's been a minute.
Right?
Definitely, we've talked a couple of times, but
face to face, right?
Well, the COVID.
Yeah. So I just want to tell everybody, thank y'all for tuning in. Next week we're gonna have some fun, and we will be discussing the men all episode. Okay, Jay? This your boy. I'm your host, Ray Grady. I'll see y'all next week.
Thanks for having us, Ray.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us, man.
Yes, sir.